I am Lamin Jai. This is News Review. Thank you for being there. Coming up for you on the show today, two top officials of Operation 5 Years for Barrow ditch NPP and join United Democratic Party. Big development at the UDP's Manjai Bureau today. We have a full report for you on that, but also the party, one of the party's officials, Modou Sabally, will be joining me to put that into context for us. Also, the Senegambia Bridge was inaugurated in January 2019, but how has life been faring at the bridge? Our Father Kamara traveled there and she came through a report for us. Before all of that, let's quickly see what the newspapers are reporting on. Beginning with the Standard, they are reporting that 3 years Jotna reacts after government dropped case. Sabally vows to visit Gambisara despite threats while he is here, and this is one of the things that we'll be discussing. But also, salary increment will help minimize corruption. Keba Singate is deputy head of mission in Moscow, steering committee for Nyomi Salum Sanjal. Kiang Roads launched. I think they meant to say Sabak Sanjal, but let's see these stories. Members of the 3 years Jotna movement, whose case was withdrawn by the government in the spirit of reconciliation, have commended their lawyers and all those who supported them. The group was formed to put pressure on President Barrow to respect the 3-year term he and the coalition promised in 2016, which the president apparently failed to respect. So it was in their collective response to this development, that is the dropping of the case there by the state in the form of a statement shared with the Standard. The leaders of the movement, which include Abdul Jai, Ibrahima Kitim Jaju, Sirifo Sonko, Haji Swane, Fantambalo, Karim Ture, Yankuba Dabo, and Matar Sise, commended all those who supported what they called their case there, or their cause there. We want to seize this opportunity to thank the 3 years Jotna entire legal team for standing for us without requesting a single dalasi from us. The legal team's unrelenting stance from the inception of our case up to the end was really exceptional. They attended every sitting despite all their busy schedules there. Sabally vows to visit Gambisara despite threats. Outspoken United Democratic Party foot soldier Modou Sabally has said he would visit Gambisara village on his soon-to-come trip to Woodley despite threats from an unidentified man there. Salary increment will help minimize corruption. The Gambian consul in the UK, Suntu Ture, has commended the government's proposed salary increment, saying it would help minimize corruption. In another development, information reaching the Standard has it that Keba Famara Singate is now the new deputy head of mission at the Gambian embassy in Moscow, Russia. Singate was an active member of the coalition 2016, was first appointed as the first secretary to the Moscow mission immediately, and has since been serving in that position until April 8. Let's turn our attention to the Point newspaper. Dabo asked supporters to keep peace, avoid violence. That's some admonition there by Dabo. We were raped in PIU custody. Kalama Revolution survivor breaks silence after 5 years. Barrow visits Gam Petroleum Storage Facility. Gorgimbu blamed in incident that claimed 6 pregnancies. So their lead story is saying, as political parties in the country prepare towards the December 4 presidential elections, Usainu Dabo, the leader of the United Democratic Party, has urged UDP supporters to always maintain peace and stability and avoid all forms of violence ahead of the election. We were raped in PIU custody. That's a bombshell or explosive claim there by Kalama Revolution survivor. When Fatima went out on April 16, 2016 to protest, it was for demanding Solo Sandeng and other activists, dead or alive. She did not realize it will kickstart series of events that will see her in a room in a police dormitory in Kanifing, while 3 ski-masked men took turns to rape her in the dark. So this is a 41-year-old Gambian woman who is alleging claims of rape there. So yes, I think that is just about it for the newspapers. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back. So the Senegambia Bridge was inaugurated in January 2019 by Presidents Adama Barrow and Macky Sall. But how has life been faring since the inauguration or opening of this very important bridge there, especially on the side of users vis-a-vis the drivers? Fatou Camara traveled to the bridge and she came through with this report.
It's been 2 years since President Adama Barrow and the Senegalese President Macky Sall inaugurated the Senegambia Bridge, also known as the Trans-Gambia Bridge. And now we are going inside Farafenni to find out how drivers are faring on this bridge.
The bridge connects the northern and southern Gambia. It also provides access to Casamance, a province of Senegal. Drivers, however, are complaining about the $500 duty levied on them.
dañ bëggoon a xam fii nii soo leen dee cross ñaata ngeen dee fay bridge bi.
Fay 250 yeah. 500 dem ak ñëw. Li ñu gënaloon daal bridge bi moom suñu ko wàññiloon ñuy fay 250 bi moo ñu gënal dan 2 and 4 bi. Because right now da ngay yëpp fii nii nga dem 1050 nga dee yëpp soo demee nga war a ñib si waat su fekkee ne da nga empty soo amee client amuloo client soo ñëw da ngay fayaat soo da ngay ñëw bi da ngay gis ne dem ak ñëw daf lay cost $500 te 500 boobu noonu léegi-léegi da ngay dem nga yóbbu client waaye ñëw bi doo ko dee mën a am empty nga dee ñëwee soo da ngay gis ne boobu jafe-jafe la si ñun.
Usman Cham is the chief of garage for Farafenni Bridge. He tells the Fatou Network the bridge has been very helpful.
Bridge bi moom yombal na dem beeg ñëw bi ci suñ client yi ndax fi ne ni amul benn client bu nga xam ne ni dana mën a nekk fii mu fanaan xàll déedéet soo fanaanee fii yow la neex wala amuloo xaalis soo amul xaalis sax yenn yi soo ñëwee mun nañu gis ne kii borom soxla la ñu cotiser lay fayal la nga dem te tardement daan am fii nii nit di fi yendu di fi fanaan miti woon na daal ci gannaaw waaye léegi daal alhamdulilah sant yàlla ba bari.
The Senegambia 1.9 kilometers bridge was officially inaugurated in February 2019 by President Adama Barrow and Macky Sall. While drivers are complaining about the bridge fee, it remains the fastest route for anyone to travel between the north and southern. Fatou Camara reporting for the Fatou Network News Review.
Now, two top officials of the counter group Operation 5 Years for Barrow ditched the party. They left the party today and converted to UDP. It's a massive development there at the UDP's Manjai office there. Usman Jata was there and he now reports.
Why I am a member of the United Democratic Party.
It's probably the biggest blow the UDP has inflicted on NPP since the party was formed a little year ago. The two top officials of Operation 5 Years for Peace and Development met UDP leader and his top aides at the party's Manjai office and announced they were cross-carpeting to the party.
It is another test to our democracy as a people and as a nation. We are not merely putting on uniforms. We are members of a team that has resolved not to stop what we are doing on social media until we get the Gambian state back to democracy and good governance.
Thank you.
What we are wearing is not uniforms that will be taken away tomorrow. But we are putting on uniforms that are trademarks that say we have to stand and start a good journey that has no ending on the cause of our people and our nation.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Gambia for 5 years and peace building manke politic kafuti. Gambia for 5 years and peace building is apolitical. A manke politic kafuti. Kafola me alonko lotale pulu kairo sabatindi banko kang. Wole entolu londi. Bare Nyimolu nata muneke ntolula inata nyim Gambia for 5 years and peace building tale eto lafta kelam bulu politika patiet ka ke fankotot tolu nata jako wo manke kuti ko me alonko wala mu dalilo nyinti wala atinan tollo ta nyin because birin 3 years jot na wulita nko bawo constitution o ya itandile ko president o se tano president ya fo sanjilo ko ni ko e ba forcer la pour ayji ase fitino wulindi no banko ka nyine en to wulindi ko malla fi fitino la lafta kayro anin tank mo banko kan nyine Gambia for 5 years and peace building.
Operation 5 Years for Peace and Development was formed last year as a counter-organization to Operation 3 Years Jotna, the latter campaign against President Adama Barrow's rule, wanting him to step down after 3 years on the one hand, while the former led efforts for the president to stay put and continue leading the country. But the flipping of Abdul Aziz Williams and Omar Sanyang from the president's camp to UDP has come up as a surprise to many. The UDP leader led his party in welcoming them to the Yellow Party.
5 years period for peace building, joining the United Democratic Party is a major political decision. Cannot be ignored by people who will write the political history of this country. So you have earned in yourself a place in the history of this country. You are in fact earning a greater place because you are coming to join the rest of the patriotic Gambians who are going to usher in a new political dispensation. Political dispensation, Mayor Alon Kavoko, will take into consideration, will take into account the views expressed by the majority of the Gambian people. So you are going to be part of the people who are going to usher in that political dispensation. And I'm particularly happy, Kavoko, Mr. Willan joining with us here, is sending message loud and clear to the Manding phobics. Kavoko Mandinka phobia has no place in this country. You are demonstrating that United Democratic Party is constituted as comprised of several tribes in this country, and those who are on the false track with their Manding phobic agenda, you have shamed them. But this party is not a Mandinka party. And there are several others like you who do not belong to the Mandinka tribe, who have embraced United Democratic Party and working tirelessly day in, day out. Ajam Saka is a founding member of the United Democratic Party. Ajam Munda Yabo is a founding member of the Democratic Party. And I see other people in the crowd here who are non-Mandinkas who have been founding members of this party.
UDP's Mamadou Sabali has been instrumental in having the two men have a change of heart. He spoke at the event.
Omar Sanyang ning Abdou Willan ni meta kachalale Omar ya fo nyame nte bukat mo forcer na politiko kono nte role be GDC le be NPP be PDOIS mbuka mo forcer bari ni ka kachale nga hadama ya nyin tengi advice le la 5 years kabri ko ba kelan ko tanati je constitution o wala ke bari nga ke Cairo kono anin tengo e ko in 3 years be meeting lan ko altalia ke I was your advisor and I'm not afraid of saying it.
Yeah, good.
Because you believed in something, and I'm not going to stop you from pursuing your path. Our collective interest is peace, security, development, human rights, freedom of expression and association. Allah tawalla, UDP laf tawalla, Abdou Njai laf tawalla, Jernyal le farat fatata, kondante yaltal tema.
The cross-carpeting of Abdul Aziz Williams and Omar Sanyang to UDP has been just one of many political conversions by Gambians. The presidential elections is 7 months away, and any party that wants to make it to the State House must get the support of the people on his side. Reporting for the Fatu Network News Review, Osman Jata.
Tough Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens. Tough Tulip Gardens is set to comprise service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. Please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333. Free.
The conversion, the political conversion, if you like, of them to join your party. That UDP is the deal.
Thanks for having me, by the way. You have a nice suit.
This one? Oh, thank you.
Quite an interesting haircut as well. You didn't expect that, right?
No, I didn't expect that.
That's my punch back for pulling UDP's legs.
For pulling UDP's legs.
Well, thank you. Lamin, this is just one surge of a wave in a total national political tsunami that's moving the entire country yellow. It's happening covertly and overtly. I did an audio in our UDP WhatsApp groups and told them, Ramadan, you're not seeing my activities because it's covert operations. But towards the end of Ramadan, you'll see the activities. The point is, these young people, and many young people, the overwhelming majority of youth leaders in this country are either my mentees, directly or indirectly. I'm here for 5 years and peace building, and that's absolutely a pro-Barrow group. But what I do is when I call them, I tease them. I saved Omar Sanyang. But when he calls now, I say, Omar Sanyang, Gambia for 15 years. I was like, what's going on? I said, you wanted Barrow to do 5 years, but now Barrow has cheated you guys. He wants 15 years, and Barrow is bold enough to destroy an entire national constitution to declare.
So it was the betrayal card that you pushed?
Absolutely, which is the truth. And like I said, these people, they believed in 5 years, and I thought that was okay. And they did it with a tinge of peace, Gambians for 5 years and peace building. I mentored them, I advised them. But if a person who had a social contract for 3 years, like Willan said in his sisters, it was not the advisors. In fact, Barrow and his in the front as human shield, just for Barrow to prolong his stay. 5 years is fine. Initially, Barrow is not supposed to even stand for election. He says he's going. He says it's constitutional right. Now he thwarts $100 million constitutional process just to extend to 15 years. These young people are not fools.
Now, in respect of UDP, what was the one thing that you told them that made them to fall in love with the party?
Well, I'm sure beyond what I told them, these young people are in the political scene, they're observing what's happening in UDP. They're hearing policy statements. They're seeing policy pronouncements of our party leader and secretary general. They've seen Alhaji Ousainou Darboe take the lead in the fight against coronavirus by unilaterally, unconditionally suspending all UDP political parties, political activities. Ousainou Darboe going and demonstrating hand washing. Ousainou Darboe establishing a Ousainou Darboe food bank, non-partisan, before Adama Barrow and his gang of squirrels picked a single peck of rice and gave it to anybody. They've been watching these things. And then, of course, a lot of these young people look up to me, mashallah. They know Mamadou Sabally is not a fool.
May not be much bothered about the cross-carpeting of these two.
Well, actually, they are, just to correct you.
Truth. Let me bring this to your attention then and see how you're going to react to them. Just a few days ago, I interviewed the National Organizing Secretary of the NPP.
Yeah, they have one.
And what he said is that the party top official of NPP joining UDP, for example. Have you heard that?
Well, he's just been so-called top people join. They are deadwood with no influence. Suku Singate has no influence by default, because towards the end of Jammeh's rule, if you're nominated by APRC, you become NAM by default. There are occasions when UDP and other opposition pulled out. These are not Jawara era NAMs who earned their positions, most of them. So these people, Barrow has deadwood who want their money. Some of them, write this down, bring me back by November. By November, they'll come to UDP. They want money. The country is dry. Barrow has stifled the economy. Barrow and his squirrels, they're stealing our money left, right, and center. Cash flow is a problem. These old cows have to go back to State House to pasture. That's where it is.
So was Suku Singate all along a deadwood, even when he was in UDP?
Absolutely, without a doubt. He just had a name. He was a figurehead. He wanted to come. UDP during a transition period when somebody like Suku Singate came and wanted to be part of something, we'll embrace you. We are in for reconciliation. We want to reconcile this country. We want everybody in UDP.
You want everybody?
We are not pushing away anybody. If you come today, I'll give you an ID card.
Your party leader, one thing that he, one interesting thing
Yes.
that he said at the event today has to do with this issue of, he said, Mandinka phobia.
Yes.
The Mandinka phobia, the fact that one of them is that UDP is a Mandinka party, a party that pushes Mandinka agenda. What do you have to, how do you react to those?
Well, the party leader did a good job of that. He's trying to debunk a myth. Political propaganda is dangerous. UDP has been accused of being a Mandinka party all along. And UDP, though, I think one of the most diverse parties, I found that out when I came in, especially in the grassroots. A party whose Deputy Secretary General is Ajiyam Seka. They've had, he has not been able to showcase its diversity. I think the party leader has recognized as the captain of the ship where tribalists. It's not true.
Sabally, you've been very active, pragmatic when it comes to going out there, trying to bring people into UDP.
Yes.
And it would appear that NPP might also want to pay back, because I've seen that happen. One party will take from this party will also go and take from these people. And could tell you the truth, it's getting more and more interesting. You have people who would just wake up, eat to their full and say, okay, I am NPP, for example, I'm NPP and I'm joining. Those things are getting, but in terms of serious people in a party, how do you want to go about that? For example, NPP, serious NPP stalwarts. Are you interested in bringing them
have you seen me? Have you seen me? You know, the point is, you are reporting at part. You don't understand the nation's political terrain. Just accept that handicap. You don't understand the political terrain. Into the UDP groups, hundreds of women's groups that the NPP camp went into panic mode, even though you're trying to defend them, trying to sugarcoat it. Bubu Drame came out threatening me that I should not go to any settlement in URL, because they know I am bringing people who have a following, the people who came today. They commanding a force of more than 100,000 nationwide. The national president of Barrow for Gambians for 5 years. The national youth president is the one who just spoke and is calling all the youth behind him. I'm not into this for jokes.
What are you into this for?
Absolutely, I'm here to uproot the Barrow cancer. That is metastasized.
Is this about UDP or is this about Maurice Sabally, the personal?
Call it what you may. Okay, listen, let me school you.
Yes.
If it is personal, I'll set up my own political party. You know I have that clout. But I chose a political party that has...
Posiata Bangkoka.
Ila
posiata dolu koy kuluk man le kama ye singol be kati.
Yalo man dinkol ka famo bila koro.
What is that?
Solima.
Yes.
Solima memanta kasay.
No, you said that.
Ila moy na yela ko mo nimbanko alfa lalumul almamul alkalul siful wolem bunya. First audio, an NPP supporter. Then Bubu Drame, NPP the regional chairman, issued a threat. Nataranu Laminja, you are not fair to UDP. You are not fair to UDP. I will show you here what Standard newspaper did. The man suspected to be an NPP supporter.
No,
Standard
used suspected. You are saying,
listen, how long if indeed NPP level, you cannot be an independent politician or political.
We'll get there. This is not about being ready. What I put you are saying is a biased view, because I reported something that doesn't fit
sponsors. You doing propaganda for Barrow and his platform that you use to treat us unfairly.
And I appreciate
fair game. And by the way, I don't have a problem with Lamin Jai. Sometimes when we do this, they ask me what's the problem. We are friends.
We are always good.
We
are always good.
Yes.
But what I can assure you is that if you go to the NPP camp, they also think
I'm not interested. It'll la mol mo come for you about tema je.
Yes.
Na tonya le fola la moy dale na kumo moyle ngana kumo fole. La kum dini kum wali adin la min jay tela NPP ngata UDP imon na imon ter la tiani sai ngana ter yati.
Allo allegation they are groundless. You don't have any base for them. They are all
ngata next
faulty.
Question ton kata sunte yola.
The next question is, yes, you said they threatened you. You
so said you are denying it?
No, I'm saying, I'm coming. Yes. Just let me ask my question.
Carry on.
My question is Mansour back online? Are you back on?
Or maybe NPP interfered. They are afraid
because
of my voice.
Because I saw your video is...
I'm not surprised.